Next thing I want to talk about really quick is marker words.
Okay.
Marker words are just ways to tell our dog, hey, you're doing something good, or hey, pay attention because I need to tell you to do something else. So marker words you'll usually hear me say good. So if I ask a dog for a sit, I get a sit, good. So we're telling our dog they did something right.
Okay.
Marker words are just letting your dog know, like, hey, good job. Kind of like, it's kind of like getting a treat, only it's a word treat instead.
Okay.
Because we're not always going to have treats, but if we can teach a word treat, then we can still get the same kind of response, if that makes sense. So we always want to have a marker word for good behavior, and then we can have some kind of marker word for bad behavior, or at least behavior where we're like, hey, no, pay attention to me, see what I want you to do instead. So good is usually one that we usually go to anyway. A lot of people will use like things like yes. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Okay.
But you want to use it anytime you ask him to do anything.
Okay.
Even if it's two things in a row. So say you ask him for a sit, you get a sit, good. But then you ask him for a down, both of those should get a good.
Okay.
So even if you're asking for a sit so you can get it down, still good for that sit.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we want to kind of reinforce that he did every behavior we asked properly.
Okay.
So that he knows if he doesn't get that word, he didn't do it properly.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then we have, like I said, our like, hey, you're doing something wrong, which we're going to use a lot when we start talking about resource guarding.
Okay.
Usually I say use a sound. For some reason, the universal sound when our dog is doing something, or even a kid is doing something we don't and we're panicked, is like, ah! A lot of the times we teach that unintentionally. I usually say that's the sound we're going to make anyway. Go ahead and just use it as your messing up sound.
Okay.
You can use something like no, but like I said, it's almost instinctual for people to be like, ah! So I say just teach it that way. Makes things a lot easier in the future.
Okay.
So like you kind of teach him that like, hey, this means something you're doing is wrong. Ask mom or dad what you're supposed to do instead. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he's being bad. It's just telling him, hey, look at me and ask me what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also with marker words are things like a break command. So telling him he's finished with a task. Trainers will teach it differently. So like some trainers will teach sit as an implied stay where they have to hold a sit until released. That release would be like, hey, okay, you're done with the sit. You can stand up now.
Okay.
But that's like a word that means you're free.
Okay.
It could be free. It could be break. Doesn't really matter what word you use. I have one client who used apricots as their release word. I don't know why, but I'm like, whatever works for you, I don't care. I use okay and all right for my own boys because my own vernacular snuck in there when I was training them. It doesn't matter what word you use as long as you're both consistent.
Okay.
So like if good is your yes word, you did that correctly, both of you need to use good every time.
Okay.
If you use break as his release word, then you both need to use break as a release word every time. Make sense? And like I said, those are just those words to be like, hey, you're doing good or you're not.
Okay.
So like if we were trying to get that engagement and he comes up to us, we can use good because we're trying to get his attention and he is giving us that attention. So we can say like, good, thank you.
Okay.
Just kind of like reinforcing that that's behavior we want.
Okay.
And like I said, it comes in handy if for whatever reason you're down the line and you don't have a treat, you can still tell him that was good. And he won't be confused because he's like, where the hell is the treat?
Okay.
What? How am I good if I don't get a treat?
Yeah.
So it's just a way to be like, yes, you are good, even if you don't get a treat.
Okay.
So essentially that leash pressure is telling him he's doing something wrong. That leash should be loose unless we're telling him he's doing something wrong.
Okay.
If he's putting pressure, then we need to tell him, hey, don't put any pressure on this. And it's just a quick little pop. All it is a pop, an immediate release. Because it should just be like a quick, like, hey, pay attention.
Okay.
That's all it should be. So it's not harsh or anything. We're just saying like, hello, get your brain back in the game. So I'm going to show you what that kind of feels like.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you hold the end of that.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you what that feels like. So if we need to make a correction, it's just quick pop and release.
Okay.
Keep holding that. If he's putting pressure, you want to give yourself enough slack to do that pop.
Okay.
And you want to make sure it feels like a pop, because if you're just dragging him around like this means nothing.
Okay.
So you want to make sure it's that like corrective pop.
Okay.
Can you do one for me? So that's a pull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and do a pop. Close.
Okay. Am I like, is it more?
It's a little bit in the wrist, yeah.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, but I didn't feel that at all. Better.
Okay.
It's okay. So you want to make sure he feels it.
Okay.
I usually say, even though it sounds bad, it's not. If you do it harsh, the first time, you only have to do it once.
Okay.
If you do it too soft, you have to do like 5 or 6, and it might be worse for him in the long run.
Okay.
Like I said, if you can do those really quick corrections and he listens to the correction, the less time you have to correct.
Okay.
So I'd say we do it harsh the first time, but it's not really harsh. We're just making it so he can
feel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the same thing with you. So I'm going to have you hold the end of that. I know I have treats. So we just want it to be a quick pop and release. If he's already putting pressure, you want to give yourself that slack to do that pop. If we're just, like I said, if we're just dragging him around like this means nothing. I know. So we want to make sure that he feels that correction. Makes sense? So go ahead and do a correction on me. Good. Yeah, that was pretty good. So we just want that quick little like pop motion.
Okay.
And it's really just like a, hey, pay attention, or hey, you're doing something wrong, pay attention.
Okay.
That's all that it is. And like I said, if he's putting pressure on the leash, all it takes is that quick pop to tell him, hey, don't do that.
Okay.
So like say he's like really kind of tugging on the end of the leash, do a pop. It might take a couple tries for him to figure it out, but that's just your way of saying like, hey, you're doing something wrong.
Okay.
Like I said, that's a correction. So how we fix jumping is we do something called self-corrections. So you can do a correction where like if he jumps on somebody, you pop him on the leash.
Okay.
But what can happen with that is that he thinks that he can only not jump when you guys are around.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to do a self-correction where we make him make the correction on himself.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Can I see him for just a second? So how we would do that is I'm going to put this under my foot so that he has plenty of space. I'm kind of short. Let me fix that. So we want it to have plenty of space where he can sit and stand comfortably. But if he tries to jump right now, it's going to correct him. So I'm going to see if I can get him really excited. We get really excited. There we go.
Oh.
Good. So that he's correcting himself so that he learns pretty quick, I can't jump because that's going to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt, but it's not fun. And he's going to learn really quick, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, he's like, what is this?
I know, he's starting to throw a fit here.
It's okay. That's normal. Dogs who aren't used to that leash pressure will do that the first couple times because they're just very confused.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, this isn't how things work. What is going on?
Yeah.
If he throws a fit, just let him have his fit, kind of wait it out, and then he'll get over it. It's like a toddler throwing a tantrum.
I know, yeah.
But you see, I mean, it's already working. He can't jump.
Okay.
And after a while, he learns that it's just not possible because every time he tries, it corrects him.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So anytime you have, like, you know he's going to meet somebody new or you have somebody coming over, get in this position where you have him on this leash or on a correction leash, and you're standing on it with enough space that he can sit and stand comfortably, but if he jumps, it's going to correct him.
Okay.
So the difference with you correcting him versus this self-correction is if you correct him, he's like, oh, I can't jump when mom and dad are here, but any other time is free game. But if he does that self-correction, he's like, oh, I can't jump ever. If I get excited, I just can't jump up.
Okay.
Good job. Very good.
So would you encourage, if we get to the point, like say he meets new people and we're not using the leash and he doesn't jump, like would we use good behavior with that?
Yeah, you can reward
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's him making a better decision by himself.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if he stops jumping, then you can be like, good, and give him a treat for
Okay.
it. Now that might get him excited again, and then maybe he like forgets himself for a second, and he's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Hopefully you fix that before it gets there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like that.
Okay.
That's there. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try those out here. He doesn't get as excited with me as he does with Dad.
It's okay. So we can have Dad walk up and see if he gets super excited and wants to jump on Dad.
Knock me over.
I know it takes a little practice. Good. So
Good.
he's figured it out. So he didn't even try to jump that
Okay.
time. He tried to jump that first time. He got corrected, and that second time he's like, "Oh, I can't jump."
Yes, he did.
But
Right
he didn't
here.
put any pressure that second time.
Good
Good
boy.
job.
Oh, you got out from
It's okay.
me.
But it doesn't take a lot. And like I said, he's already figuring it out, and we've only done it a couple times.
Come here. Come to Mom's. Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, good
Come
job.
here. No, boys, good. He's good.
He's like, no, Mom, I can't. It's impossible.
Oh, I don't have nothing in my hand. I'm just trying to get the leash, silly.
He's just so excited now. Now, he's learned it in here, but that doesn't mean that he won't forget himself like at home.
Yeah.
So you might still have to do this like at
Okay.
home.
Yeah.
Or if there's like new people, because those aren't you guys. Right now he's learned, oh, I'm not able to jump when Mom or Dad are
Okay.
here for some
Yeah.
reason. But then it's that same thing. He meets somebody new and he's like, oh, I can't jump with them either. This is weird.
Okay.
I can't jump with anybody. So it might take him a couple runs to realize it applies in all scenarios. But you see, it doesn't take very long, and he's already like, oh, this isn't possible. Okay, well, I still get a treat if I'm like good, and I'm still excited, but I just can't jump up on people.